I'm in Norfolk, exploring my ancestors here. Just woken up, looking out on Yarmouth. And this is the view from the hotel on this side. Nice car park. I'm going out today and I'm not planning for this trip as much as I thought I was going to be. Let me show you my bag here. In this bag here are all the files that I've brought with me from my filing cabinet of all my family history stuff here. Here is my list of all the places that are connected to my family. Both of my grandmothers have ancestors from East Anglia. My Nanny Millie, her grandfather Francis King, was born in Southwold and lived in Great Yarmouth, where I am now. So there's a story about him. My grandmother just had a vague memory of him, but my great aunt Anne told me a bit more about Francis King because she was there when he died, and so I've got some stories about him too, and I know a bit about him. He was a shipwright, ship carpenter. And then my grandma Louisa, she also has ancestors from East Anglia and Yarmouth, and her maiden name was Goodday, and it's taken me so long to work out where the Goodies were from properly, but I started to believe a long time ago that they were really the Gooda family of Yarmouth, and I've now proved that completely thanks to DNA and research. That's been brilliant. So I've done this map of all the places in East Anglia where my ancestors were from on this side. I've called it my East Anglian Odyssey here. And I've done a little map of the coastline. This is the sea here. This is the coastline, and this is like Norfolk up here. And we go down to Suffolk down here. And you can see some of the places, and I've marked in here. The green ones are from the Gooda side of the family, which is my grandma Louisa's. And the yellow is from the King side of the family, which is my Nanny Millie's. And then I've got this one, which means the place is connected with both of my grandmothers here. And you can see there's yellow down here, green all in the middle, more yellow here and some green at the top. But you can see there's two places here, Bramfield and Great Yarmouth, which are connected to both sides. So I've now got to work out how I'm going to plan my days here and where I'm going to see. I'm not that organised with that this morning. So I have bought a map as well, hang on, an Ordnance Survey map, which is here. And I'm going to look more at that and plan everything and plot everything on here later. But today, I think I'm going to start out by going to Lowestoft. It's one of the most recent places that I've identified as being connected to my ancestors, and it's for the Arnold family. So let's hit the road and start off my East Anglian Odyssey going to Lowestoft. But better get ready though. I'm ready to go, but I've just had an exciting email from Suffolk Record Office that's got a copy of a will. I've not opened it yet, so let's see. Right, so we can see here, look, Suffolk Archives. Thanks for shopping with us. There's two wills, isn't there? One is for someone from Bramfield. I think they're both Gooda wills. Let me just have a little look here. So these are the two wills I ordered. They're here. Right, let's have a look. What have we got here? Oh, look at that. You can see the seal. Let's look at the name here. This is a will that I was sure was an ancestor, and actually I can immediately see, because look here, Lazarus. Really interesting name, Lazarus. Look, this is definitely him. I give unto, oh, do I need to look at this better? Oh, this is interesting. Look, he's calling himself Goodrem. How does he sign his name? He sounds goody, but Goodday. Oh no, this is a grandson, then, isn't it, Goodrem? I think he's in another will. I give unto William Goodrem, my son-in-law. Right, okay. So here's my eldest son, William Goodday. Goodness, that's exciting. So I've researched all of the Goodday and Goodday families all over the area, which is what I often do, to see if I can find any missing ancestors or links. And I have got that missing link. So I can now go back another generation with my Goodday family, and I know that this William was my ancestor. Now I'm going to do a bit more research on that. This will confirms what I thought, in that there's another place over here connected to Gooda or Goodday family, which is South Elham. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that is definitely connected to the Goodies now. so I can mark that in green. Now we are off to Lowestoft. I'm going to cross the road to the other side. I was going to go to Lowestoft, but I'm actually going to start out in Great Yarmouth, mainly because I'm so hungry, and it's a 2-hour trip to Lowestoft on the bus because I don't drive, so that's going to be a pain. So I'm going to walk to St Nicholas's Church in Great Yarmouth, where lots of my ancestors were married, baptised, buried. We're going to go and have a look there first. There's all the seafront here, the very edge of it, going down to the big Ferris wheel over there. I don't quite know why I've never been to Great Yarmouth before. It's the first line really I researched all the kings all those years ago, so it's quite exciting to be here. And the only reason that I decided to come here for this time of year, because I often come away around this time of year, just so you know, it's January. Here's the pleasure beach there, and that there, up there we can see, look, the big roller coaster. Yeah, so wrong season for it to be open. Well, I contacted someone about the Gooda or Goodday family because I've been researching them, and I'm just like, this is where I'm going to come away just after New Year to visit East Anglia. Some houses there, living right near the beach. There is a very, very big building there with a little chapel at the side. Don't know what building that is. That is quite an old bit of wall over there. So I wonder when that dates from. And that's the thing, isn't it, with places today as opposed to how they were in the past. Hardly anything that is here now would have been here when my ancestors left. Now I know that Francis King, he left in the 1860s, but he came back for a time in the early 1870s. So what was here when Francis King was here last in the 1870s? What will he have seen? Getting closer to the big wheel now, just in front of me. In summer, I bet all of this is quite buzzy, isn't it? Look, donuts, fish and chips, oh, ish and chips. These are some older buildings over here. I just don't know if they'd have been here in the 1870s. It's hard to know, isn't it? I'm not very good with architecture. They look Victorian to me, but when, I don't know. I always say it's interesting to think about your eyes are touching the same place where someone else's eyes touched, and you sort of beam back from the past really, thinking you're looking at the same place. There's Wellington Pier there, which has actually got amusements in. Might pop in there later. There's the big wheel. What is this place over here? Great Yarmouth Masonic Association. The assembly rooms. There's the Sea Life Centre over there. Look at that building though, look at that. Gosh, it all looks rather sad, doesn't it? It's the winter gardens I can see. Oh, rather dilapidated winter gardens as well. Look at that. Let me just press the little man. That would have been the place to go, wouldn't it, years ago, I bet. Oh, but look, it's all completely dilapidated. Oh, isn't that sad? Wellington Bowl, it was Tenpin bowling. Now it's just boarded up. Look at that there. But it looked fantastic. Now all the glass is like covered over with grills. Looks a bit like a gated prison now. Sea Life Centre's here. Some more old buildings here and a Nelson Hotel. There's a Nelson Monument as well. So I've come across this map here, and it's quite interesting to see because it's telling me that I am here. Pleasure Beach is here, Sea Life Centre here. Now I'm just looking around to see if I can see where St Nicholas's Church is. Oh look, there's the South Denes. I'm assuming it's South Denes. This is where I know Francis King lived. That's quite down towards Gorleston, isn't it? So it's at the South Denes was at the very bottom. Oh, Southtown. That's a place that's mentioned a lot. I've seen in some of the old records. Can't see where the church is though. And I've got to the big Ferris wheel and I've just realised that all the carriages must have been taken off because we're off peak season now, aren't we, for the winter. There's quite an old looking hotel there, the Royal Hotel. Wonder when that was built. Right opposite the wheel there. Another old building there. I bet that that was probably some sort of theatre, was it, or something? Now it's Adventure Golf there. I've just seen up the side here, there is an old church. I know it's not St Nicholas's. Look at that there. Don't know what church that is, no idea. There's all the amusement arcades which are open. There's the Hippodrome, Great Yarmouth. Not so great because I'm viewing it from the bins, but that was peering over the top of the arcades. I really don't know where I'm going. I've absolutely no idea where the church is. I could just look if I wanted on maps, but I'm just having a little bit of an explore for the meantime. I must get a pebble from the beach though. Here it is, here's the beach. There's a stone. Oh. That'll do. I usually get a stone from the places I go to, so here's my little stone for Great Yarmouth that I'll put in my pocket. I hadn't realised just how big the beach is here. It is so, so big. So much water, so much sand, the sea's all behind me. I thought it was going to be freezing today, but it's not actually that cold. I bet it's beautiful here in the summer, isn't it, on nice days? You can see over there the wheel and all those buildings we were looking at. Oh wow, look at the sky over there. Wow. I love the beach and I love the sea. Well, there's also wind turbines there for energy. Lots of my ancestors must have come onto this beach or around this beach. I don't quite know where Francis King and his father, who were both shipwrights, shipbuilders, ship carpenters rather, I don't know where they would have done their work. That's something to try and find out. But oh, it's lovely. Just need to find where St Nicholas's in Great Yarmouth is. I don't think the library's going to be open today because it's the 2nd of January, so nothing's really going to be open, I don't think. But let's go find the church.